Hey everybody, I'm Aaron, and today we will be streaming Legacy Phoenix. Now, this isn't a normal Legacy Phoenix, it's, we'll say, very spicy. For anyone who doesn't follow us on Twitter, I have a, I have a Twitter, Almost Omniscient. Richie has a Twitter, and we have a bunch of different content on each day of the week. I believe tomorrow is Josh, actually, so Mom's Basement Streams. You can find us on Twitter, YouTube, TCG Player, where you can get all of the cards you need and also be like indirectly in contact with me. And isn't that in and of itself enough? But let's get on with it. Okay, so what are we playing today? Well, I'm glad that you didn't actually have the opportunity to ask. That sounded way worse than I meant. But that's fine. Okay. So this list is actually by David Rat. That's a Polish last name even by my standards. Uh, Rats? I'm not gonna try. Um, but we'll go over this very, very unique list. So normally Phoenix lists look something a bit more like. Give me a moment to pull one up. They look something like this. They've got Bobs, they've got Bobs, they've got Pyros, they've got Arclight. Now Bob, they're able to play because the goal is to run out 3 Arclights on like turn 2. And if they kill all your Arclights, you need them back out again. You can afford Bob because the life loss doesn't mean anything because you're the aggro deck in every matchup. They normally ritual out something like Buried Alive to put as many Arclight Phoenixes in the graveyard as possible. That means they have this very cantrip heavy package. It's not necessarily built to interact a whole ton outside of discard. So, Young Pyro synergizes very well with the discard, especially Cabal Therapy. And then we have a whole bunch of stuff inside. Now, that's cool and all, but that's not actually cool. You know what is cool? Our list. Well, David's list. So we have Force of Wills, of course. Okay. It's different in that most of the time, Phoenix doesn't actually run Force. I closed it already. Phoenix doesn't normally run anything except for discard as interaction. Nor does it run Bloodghasts. Now I'm going to give you a moment. Just a moment. Find the weird part of this list. Okay. It's the 13 lands. And most importantly, most of them aren't fetches. Only 4 of them are fetches. But Land Grant lets us make up for that. It is a free spell. It ramps us, gets us to our second land, and lets us pretty much combo off much faster. Now, Cabal Therapy is a way that we can put our Phoenixes in the graveyard. It's a way to interact with our opponent's hand. Bloodghast naturally synergizes very well with Cabal Therapy. Thing in the Ice, we have a lot of free spells, and we have a lot of cheap spells, so it's pretty good. Then we've got some just general discard. Entomb is another way of getting Phoenixes in the yard, but Okay, now let's go over the side. First of all, this is the spiciest card. Whenever an instant or sorcery is cast during a return, Sentinel Tower deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of instants and sorceries cast before that spell this turn. That's a lot. This deck can chain cantrips like nobody's business. And so this is a way of dealing with like fair decks, like Miracles, because they aren't going to leave in Council's Judgment. They need to be able to deal with all the Phoenixes at once. Dealing with them one at a time is just a bad idea. So Sentinel Tower resolves, and suddenly we've got a game. Now, accumulated knowledge is very interesting because we have a whole bunch of different ways that we can put them in grave, and we can turn it into a build your own draw 4 for 2 mana, just by careful studying or thought scouring, and just putting them in the grave. This is how we end up dealing with fair decks that want to grind us down. Memory's Journey is interesting because it can be used both as hate and as a way of dodging surgical extraction, which is the best graveyard interaction in Legacy, bar none. Thoughtseize, sometimes you need a bit more discard. That's when you get up to the 8 pieces. Ancient Grudge lets us deal with Chalice of the Void. Then we have Abrupt Decays to deal with creatures, along with Trophy to deal with creatures, or to deal with, for instance, a Dark Depths, to keep them from making a Merit Lage. Then we have a Golgari Charm. This is the only difference between the list I am playing and David's, is this Golgari Charm. It was in his list another Abrupt Decay. Because of MTGO's rather diverse meta build, or meta shares, I decided that a Golgari Charm would be better suited for that purpose. Now, this deck is very hard to play. I have run through a comp league already, and pardon me, why aren't you? Oh, there we go. It did not go the best in the world. Now, I'm not necessarily aiming it to, because this is a very specialized list of a very difficult deck already. So, without further ado, let's see how this goes. Oh, also I lost 5 dice rolls in a row. Now I'm on 6. This hand is... Okay, so if we can draw... I think this is actually fine. And the reason is because we play a lot like, for instance, Storm, in that we want to set up for a few big plays, and that's our goal. Oh no, they're on lands. Oh shit. I mean, oof. So we're going to fetch for an island with this Delta? This does not seem like a great matchup in any sense of the word great, or decent, or good. Lands... So, lands is pretty much a punishing fire deck. You punishing fire people's creatures away, you punishing fire them until you can make a Merit Lage. As you might be able to guess, that's a pretty popular strat in Legacy. Weird. Okay, so we're gonna probably be deep in the tank. Okay. We need to fetch. I want just a basic island because I would like to be able to have 2 lands next turn. Yeah, I can't have that. If we're able to get like 2 Phoenixes next turn, that would be ideal. Particularly if we can... So, we probably want to run out the Tropical Island, Manamorphose for... What is this? Oh no. I was mistaken. This seems like a pretty spicy mirror match, actually. Yep, we are having a mirror, but his is going to be a Jund Phoenix list? Sick. This is going to be very interesting. I don't know how well we're equipped to deal with this game 1. So they're going to be getting back 1 Arclight. So sometimes it's correct to like concede at points like this because it means we give away less information. Oh, but here we have a... That's pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean that's ridiculous. Hopefully they don't have Cabal Therapy, because if they do, we lose. I don't actually even know if I want to contest and block with a block one of the blood guests. Holy cow. So they're going to loam that back. Feels their hand containing Gurmag, Angler, and Burning Inquiry. That is about as good as that could have possibly gone. Okay. So... green, blue. I need a green, but I also need... I think... blue. So... play the Manamorphose for black-blue. So if we add black, we're able to get an Entomb. We have 2 black and a Brainstorm, so... yeah, black and blue. Ooh, and we can Cabal Therapy ourselves? Okay. I like this. We don't need... I think it's either of the lands. So we... so we name Arclight Phoenix to be able to put one into our yard. Then we entomb another Arclight and we swing for a lot. So this is what this deck is capable of on turn 3. That's nuts. I don't know how often you guys swing for 13 on turn 3. But it's pretty good. I don't know what they can have that gets them out of this. Wow, Thing in the Ice is such a cool card. Okay, so now we get into some very odd... okay, we need the Memories Journey. So we need these 3 cards. The Force of Fools are also probably quite good. Sentinel Tower is too slow, although it's very tempting to bring in. because it's another win con. I don't want to trim any win cons here, so I'm going to leave in the Bloodghasts, the Things, and the Arclights. I think the Thoughtseize... well, they do run Gurmags, so... Sort by CMC. Because we're on forces, we also need to be aware of how much blue we're on. We don't want to cut too many blue cards. I don't think Careful Study is necessarily the best thing in the world. Well, okay. Thought Scour is pretty much my de facto first cut in a lot of matchups. Yeah, we'll run without Thoughtseize here. We'll just play it like this. Huh. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Feel free to... You should actually not feel free to. You just should check out our Twitter, YouTube, and TCG Player. That being said, we're running the coolest Phoenix list. I'm going to keep this. I mean, they're on Gamble and Life from the Loam. So they are also on a pretty cool Phoenix list. Okay. My guess is that they probably tutored out a Surgical. So if they use any discard, I want to be able to have this Brainstorm up to dodge whatever they use. I feel like that makes their play a little awkward. Okay, so here's where things get tough, because we can Cabal Therapy ourselves to be able to start putting things in grave. I'm normally actually a fan of that strategy. It's just... We're going to put our Bloodghasts in the yard. And we're going to have that Volk up. We have multiple... So, if we get our Bloodghasts back... Now, if they go to Surgical, then that's fine, because we just have the 2. We aren't necessarily losing all that much. Sure. Another reason why Surgical is especially good in this mirror is because you can Surgical your own Phoenix or Bloodghast, for instance, to stop your opponent from being able to Surgical your cards away. Which gives an extra level of play. But I think there it was just correct to just play to win. Black and blue. So we can put Therapy back, Brainstorm. Okay. So from here we can Entomb to drop a Phoenix. We can also just Therapy them. Next turn. This is where the deck gets very tough. Okay, we definitely want to put the Therapy away, because we already have one. And I think if I had been smart, I would have left up double black instead. So we put back the Arclight, and we Entomb. And then next turn we can Therapy ourselves. I think I'm going to put back the Brainstorm. Put an Arclight in yard. Next turn, we can Therapy ourselves, put an Arclight Phoenix in yard, Manamorphose, and if we have another spell, we get back 2 Arclight Phoenixes as well. And that's pretty much the ideal scenario. We have nothing to do on this turn, so it's fairly common for decks that run Cabal Therapy to not actually do anything on their opponent's turns. Okay. Black and blue. Hopefully we hit... Okay, so in a perfect world, we end up drawing into, like, an Entomb. We'll settle for a Ponder. So I want to draw the land grant next turn so I can Brainstorm away the land I search out. We're going to name Arclight Phoenix again. And then we're able to get 2 Phoenixes back. We're able to put 6 on the clock. And this is very, very greedy play on my part. I know that. But this deck is also horribly greedy in and of itself. So... hopefully they don't have the Surgical. It's a really bad way to just... how do you play the deck? Hope they don't have Surgical? Okay. I love this deck's play, though. It's so convoluted, and it's just a puzzle every game. It's like a puzzle, Yugi. For anyone who's on the stream and watched Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm sorry that I just shouldn't. Murder's Cut. Okay. That is very interesting. So next turn, we'll draw into our land grant. We'll use it to search out a land. Then we'll Brainstorm to put the land away. Hopefully getting another Phoenix or an Entomb for a Phoenix. It's not confluted, I swear. Okay, well that went actually much smoother than I was anticipating under any circumstances. I was expecting that to be like pulling teeth. But it wasn't. Instead, well, let's see. What other... There were a lot of neat decks at the Open. I think Legacy is in a very good spot in terms of overall variety of decks and a lot of what just sort of fun lines of play. The problem with it is that right now I feel like I need to go first. Just every game. It's now that I understand that most people go first or lose is what I have been told. Ooh, are they just on Black Red? If they're just, or they might just be on Phoenix. If they're on Phoenix, that's cool. This is a really weird one. So I think I just want to play that and leave up the Brainstorm. Because if they are also on Arclight, end of turn Brainstorm or Entomb for an Arclight. Okay, here is where this becomes more skill testing than I'm necessarily the most comfortable with. What I could do... you know, I'll just Entomb the Arclight now. And let them therapy away, whatever. We have to make an assumption. In pretty much any matchup, you have to just start with an assumption. Yeah, and those were gonna go. But that is unfortunate. Actually, the good news is we have two... Well, okay, actually, so, we fetch... We get a Bayou. Now, we can either play a Bloodghast here, or we can play... If we play the Bloodghast here, though, we have more follow-up plays on the next turn, because we get our Therapy and Inquisition plays. We get to take potentially a lot of cards from them. Only... Okay, so 2, 3... Nope. Okay. Well. We're going to take his Preordains, then we're going to take his Buried Alive. Or we might not. Okay, so they don't have Arclight, they don't have Preordains, or they have Arclight, they don't have... So we can take the... I think I want to get rid of that Ponder. And then we can play our land. We get our Bloodghast back. We go to the... And then we just attack. A lot of these lines are so counterintuitive. I love them. So you got an Arclight and a Buried Alive. I feel pretty good about this. There's no reason for me to have done that now, but... Nope. So we're going to attack. We get to put... Next turn, we can therapy them using the Thing in the Ice instead of having to risk getting rid of our Phoenixes. Or, well, let's see. So... Can we 12 them here? Okay. Therapy, we... Okay. Yeah, we have a game here now. Now we get rid of the bolt. Then we Thought Scour. We put another Arclight Phoenix in the grave and we swing for 13. Yep. Okay. Now, this time, out of side, we want the Surgicals. We want our Memories Journey because it's a blowout. Golgari Charm is okay if they're on the Pyro plan because it ends up dealing with things pretty neatly. The bigger question is, what do we cut? Always inclined to cut some number of Careful Studies. Oh, what if they're on Leyline? That would suck. I don't think they'll be on Leyline, though, because that would be really rough mana. Sort by CMC. So these are free spells. So we have 36, one or fewer. Yeah, this seems fine. I mean, if all tonight is me playing Phoenix Mirrors, this is gonna... Oh, it's my baby boy Burton. How you doing? We gonna keep this hand. We have Entomb, we have Inquisition. Well, they'll probably take the Entomb or the Inquisition. Yeah, they're gonna take some cards. I don't know what the correct pick is. I guess part of that is... Okay, yeah. So if, for instance, I land Entomb pitching... I'm gonna do this blind. Huh. That surprised me. That is not an especially good hand that they have. So they're going to take her Entomb. Which means the red Elemental Blast is almost certainly gone. I should have played that the way I initially thought about it. Ooh. What you planning on playing, humans? Oh, damn. Okay. So they have an Arclight. We need a Brainstorm, I guess. Would be the... Oh, wait. They didn't want to do a second sack, so... Good for us, I guess. We have one Therapy in yard. Oh, this is so gross. We need an Underground Sea here to play Bloodghast. And then we just need to pass. Okay. What did they reveal? Red. Okay. Play Burn. It's cooler. More aesthetically pleasing. I guess attack? Yeah. Oh, here is where we got potentially very saucy. Therapy. Wait, we can't. We don't have green. Oh no! Okay, so, well, that's kind of crappy. It had to be a red Elemental Blast. Couldn't have been like a blue. So this is going to be pretty good here. One could argue. Huh. Okay, they have a Swamp and a Red Blast. This is not going super well. I should have taken the Red Blast, if we're going to be honest. Unless he just buried alives here. Cabal Therapy? That's actually problematic. And he's already brainstormed. That's his second spell. Yeah, I have to let that go. Ugh. Not good. Not good at all. Yep. Hmm. What are you doing? I'm curious. You do know that the Memories Journey was the best card in my hand, right? Well, Memories Journey, pretty good against Arclight. He let me keep the Memories Journey. Yeah, all the misses indeed. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely the weirdest Legacy deck I've probably ever played. So, we therapy. Red Elemental Blast. Okay. We can. Well, okay, so we can. Land grant? Play another land, get back our Bloodghast, have Memories Journey. Yeah, I think we just end up getting a trap. We play the trap. We have. We just have all the plays we need now. Yeah, 4-color Arclight Phoenix. Who'd have thunk? I don't necessarily know if we do anything other than just beat in their face now. Because I don't suspect we have too many other ways of approaching this. I'd really like a fetch land, though. Them getting rid of our... Wait, what did they surgical? Okay. They didn't surgical anything, apparently. something. Well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Swing in. Ooh, I screwed up. Big time. Well, did I? No, I didn't, because they have a buried alive. They take the force of will. Oh, they had to take the arc light because otherwise I would just get them with the arc light. That is really weird. Here we are on the actual lamest. I can't do anything with this. How does Memory's Journey work? Okay. So, any of the targeted cards that are illegal targets by the time Memory's Journey are shown. Okay. So I can put. I think it's better just to wait on the Memory's Journey. It's so. Well, okay. I can Memory's Journey. No, I'd rather not. I'd actually rather not. Because I can get back Phoenixes. Get back a bunch of Phoenixes, assuming I draw another spell. So we need blue. I can put the lands on top. That's 1, 2, 3. Let me set. That's going to be just adding to the list of like people who are going to play one of the most untenable nonsense decks I have ever seen in my life. It's really good though. Hey people, thank you for joining and tuning into the stream. Or if later you people watch this on YouTube, you're great, swell. Something about PewDiePie, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely the greediest legacy deck I've ever played in my life. Yet somehow more consistent than most of them. It feels so. I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. This feels like a vintage deck. This doesn't feel like a legacy deck. It feels like a vintage deck. That is to say, it is very susceptible to hate, but it can just be so explosively powerful and play around so many different things that I don't care. So, with this deck, I have never felt bad keeping surplus lands, because normally they just get pitched to Careful Study, for instance. I'm just going to Thought Scour myself at end step. Hopefully get a Bloodghast would be the ideal world scenario. Not super likely, but... Okay, so what are you going to get? You're on... Okay, my bet, Stoneblade. Drop double Phoenix, come on. Manamorphose, Pluto Delta? That's actually fine. I can live with that. If I get a Bloodghast off a Careful Study, I think I just win. Well, that's going to be rough. Please don't flip a 1-drop. I'm begging at you. This may be the greediest play I will have ever actually made. So... Nope, we're dead. I'm not going to bother with that. I would rather not give them the... Okay, so we side a ton of cards here, in case you didn't notice by the 10 cards we're bringing in. Bloodghast is... Well, Bloodghast is fine-ish. Okay, so what are the cards that just suck here? Let's start with that. Well, Careful Study is probably not the best thing to have when we need to get extra cards. The trophy is probably too much. The Golgari Charm at least lets us kill monk tokens. Ghasts aren't blue, so we can't pitch them to 4. Well, I want to at least leave one in just as sort of a hedged bet. Maybe the things in the... I think the things in the ice are worse than that. What are the last cuts? This is hard. Do I cut out the last thing in the ice, or do I cut... I think I just cut a bunch of Thought Scours. The card has been super underwhelming relative to, like, accumulated knowledge, which can end up catching us up. Yes, I would like to play first. We'll keep this. So, start with Cabal Therapy. Let's name Brainstorm. Oh, cool. Well, this is really good because we're going to be able to get their swords to plowshares. Because we'll just be able to cast Bloodghast and then sack it to immediately Cabal Therapy them. Because we retain priority. We'll grab a Bayou. We'll take the plowshares. Oh, damn, that double accumulated knowledge. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, you know, this is still fine because we have Ponder. We can feasibly play 3 spells next turn. Especially if we get an Entomb, that would be ideal. We end up getting out 5 power on board. They just have accumulated knowledges. Very smart of them to... Then we get the Brainstorm. No, we won't shuffle. We get our Ghast back. And I think we'll just pass. The next turn... We have a few more options. All in all, it's very hard to figure out what exactly I'm supposed to do in this matchup because it's really, really weird. So, do I Brainstorm here, or do I just Inquisition? Ugh, this matchup is going to give me a headache. I think I want to beat in. Make him snap plowshares. And then we can Inquisition to take the accumulated knowledge to keep him from getting too many extra cards. I guess is the best way of approaching this. It doesn't feel like there are too many actually good ways of trying to tackle this matchup. Well, okay, there might be. It just, based on my very limited play experience with this deck, huh. Well, I guess we are taking all of their cards. This is going to be pretty decent. Next turn we get to... Well, So take Spell Pierce. Grab another underground. We'll therapy them. Naming Monastery Mentor. I hate having to take Monastery Mentor here. It's just really not my favorite thing in the world to do. So we can end up taking... Yeah, I think we still have to take the... Is it Staticaster? Because if they have... Well, literally anything left in their hand, we are not in the best shape. Well, they now have... They still have cards left in their hand. They just don't have any cards they want. We'll let black... Black. That would be a really spicy accumulated knowledge play. But I think it is still generally... Well, it is drawing 2 cards. Hopefully they don't have a surgical, is all I've got to say. Did they not? Ooh. Well, you know, I'm pretty impressed with Phoenix so far. Okay, so we got our Bloodghast back. We got rid of the Monastery Mentor. Yeah, we're going to use that effect. We don't want that sitting around. After this hits them, our Bloodghast is hasty. Also, our accumulated knowledge is you know what? If there's a time to cast it now. Yeah, accumulated knowledge, giving cards for each accumulated knowledge in the yard, especially since next turn we're going to be drawing 4 off accumulated knowledge. Really strange matchup. Because we're drawing more cards than the Miracles deck. So I don't actually even... So bounce the Arclight. I think you have to bounce the Arclight. Okay. So I'm going to be drawing 4 cards off 5 cards this coming turn. Okay. Huh. The Memories Journey might be a really spicy hate for when they go to. Yeah, we'll have the really really spicy Memories Journey so that when they accumulate knowledge, we just put their we become excessively cute and we just put their accumulated knowledges or our accumulated knowledges back into the deck and see them kind of panic about it. This is so weird. I love this deck. This deck is phenomenal. It is definitely one of the most fun decks I have ever played. It is also one of the hardest, bar none. But it is so cool. David, I don't know how your last name is pronounced, but this is one of the most enjoyable decks I have played in Legacy. What do you side when you play against this? Like, honestly, what do you just go, I guess I'll bring in all of my, take out all my accumulated, no, I can't take out those. Also, for those of you who aren't particularly acquainted with Legacy at the moment, Miracles is in a very odd spot. It is a deck that, if you play perfectly, it is better than Stoneblade. The problem is that if you don't play perfectly, it's worse than Stoneblade. Pick and choose your battles. Is Force too much? No, I like having Force of Will. Especially if we're on a cantrip that nets us so many cards. The match after this, though, I really would love going. Wow, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Yeah, keep this. Turn 1, Thoughtseize. Turn 2. Okay, so whatever they have is really important. This does slow us down a turn, though, unfortunately, unless we hit a Manamorphose. Because we can therapy, if we Manamorphose, we can get... We put the Bloodghast in the yard. I mean, that's fine. Then we therapy us to get rid of the Phoenixes. Then we therapy them. And then we get back both of our Phoenixes. We have 6 on turn 2. Cabal Therapy is a really screwed up card, everybody. What? You don't have a response? I know you don't. And then we probably name plowshares, I guess. Here's... Okay. Then we therapy... Now here's where it gets tough. Ooh. Ooh. We lose. That was bad sequencing on my part. I haven't been playing around surgical the whole night. And that was just bad because I could have started with playing around surgical. So I guess we have to name a win con. Well, the good news is that we have a lot of deck thinning. Yikes. We can deal with back to basics actually pretty fine. We need... Actually, I think we just have to use the land grant here to use just to be able to get back Bloodghast and start getting some sort of pressure. We can take the Vendilion Click, I suppose. I'm not a fan necessarily of doing that. I really just want to get to my basic island, my basic swamp, and then just... Any order, shuffle, yes. That back to basics may kill him. Basic island would be so good. That's all I need. Just a basic island, and then I can end up like setting up for abrupt decay, and then get rid of the back to basics and get there even without, you know, any sort of real win cons. You know, maybe that's a little more delusional than I initially... Why didn't I play around the surgical extraction? So stupid. Silent Gravestone would probably be a little much. Well, so Surgical extraction. I just started with... Therapy for surgical extraction. I think I would have won this. But now I don't think I'm going to win this. Well, I might. It is possible. Especially since there's a ton of draw. That's still cool. If we can get to the swamp, I think we're in a very good spot. Because we can get to our second trop then, and once we have a second trop and we have our basic swamp, we get rid of the back to basics, and we can start just churning through our deck until we... Okay, so... Nope, can't pay for that. Yeah, we're going to yield for this turn as well. Oh, that was such a bad play. And I've been going so well. Well, we can see if we can catch up. One accumulated knowledge in here? Well, okay, maybe accumulated. Yeah, let's try accumulated knowledging. See if we can get... Because all we want is a swamp. Yes. Okay. So he's going to accumulate a knowledge now. And that is totes fine with me. Now I'm going to be able to accumulate a knowledge, I guess. Is there anything in my yard that I want to put back in my deck? No, I don't think so. I think the only thing I want necessarily to do is force them to accumulate it so I can accumulate it. This feels like such a convoluted matchup. And it is in a 4-color deck versus... Okay, we're gonna entomb... We'll put a Bloodghast in the yard. because I don't think anything else is really super helpful to have in there. Weekend therapy a whole bunch of times. No, I feel like I have to use the accumulated here. I don't think I have, like, any real... Wait, why would you respond to my accumulated with an accumulated unless you know you have a counterspell? Like, okay, you do. Whew. I was about to say you're an idiot. Okay, well, I think now we're gonna probably lose this one in a much more competitive fashion than I was expecting, to be honest. Do we have any way of... So we draw a thing in the ice, we play a thing in the ice. No. Darn. I was hoping to live the 5-0 dream with a deck I have played exactly one match with before now. Truly tragic, my friends. Truly tragic. Good news is, this deck is gas. This deck is 100% gas. Even if only against other Phoenix decks. Okay, what is this? Is this school stuff? Oy, oy. Well. Yes. Give me that going first for the first time in I don't know how long. Oh, this hand is so greedy. So tempting because turn 1 and 2 yeah, needs this hand is better. Okay, we can go with this one. We'll just do this one. Because we can land grant, so we play a delta. Then the next turn we're able to underground sea. We can careful study to pitch away one of the lands we tutor up to be able to sort of generate some extra advantage, even if it's not particularly great. I would like to have had... This deck is very difficult. Why can't this just run Buried Alive? We're going to keep this. Please mull to 5. Put it on the bottom. Okay, they kept that hand? Yes, they did. So, it's important that we save up land grants, especially as they are the best think not the trop here. Play a thing in the ice. That was stupid. Oh, I'm an idiot. I needed to get a Volk. Hashtag embarrassing. Am I right? Am I right? I mean, actually embarrassing. I needed to get a basic, or I needed to get another underground, actually. We got a bayou now. Bayou. There's not much you're going to do. You're not stifling this, to my knowledge. To my knowledge. They might have the trick bind off spirit guides and metamorphoses, which would be cool. I hope I'm playing against Grixis control, just because I want to know how that matchup is. Hmm. Him to Turok? Okay, that's good. Whatever they take, it doesn't really matter here because none of it does much of anything on its own. Like, the Careful Study is the best of those cards, but that's not saying a whole lot. Sure. Cantrip. I mean, that'll do. We now on the Bloodghast beatdown plan, because what are you playing? Well, whatever you're playing, it appears to have a pretty good matchup against my land grant to do nothing deck. Okay. Well, that did a lot. Okay, Metamorphose. This is not going particularly well. They'll just beat us with that Liliana if this keeps up. We need a cantrip into some sort of action. I don't know what exactly it is here. If they're on a bug deck, we're in really deep shit because then there's something. Well, okay, so they might just be on like Black Blue Delver. Okay, they're just on a Strix deck. That's fine. We can overwhelm that without too much difficulty. Brainstorm? So this has been the actual slowest hand I have gotten with this deck all night. And at this point, I don't know how we win. Because this is about to ultimate, and if that ultimates, we lose. tick, kill a Bloodghast. We fetch, get another card to get back our 2 Bloodghasts. We swing. Assume that... Yep. Yeah. Let's see if we can do something. Huh. Oh, this is just the lamest. But it is okay. I firmly believe that we may potentially, under some circumstances, be favored in matchups like this. Sure. Oh, if we just draw a Phoenix, we kill the Jace, and we put Lily down? That'd be pretty sick. I'd be about that. Cantrip into Phoenix. Then we cast by revealing. We get our Trop. If they have a force, we lose, but I think at this point, the fact that we're even potentially live this game is pretty astounding, because this is... Last Hope seems pretty powerful. Yeah, we can concede. We can just wrap that up. Okay, so hello, goodbye. Trophy, Sentinel Tower, Thoughtseize, take out Careful Studies, or maybe it's... Yeah, I think we just take out the Careful Studies because the Careful Study generates disadvantage. We want to stay pretty strictly in the lead. I think we can probably cut a Scour for an Abrupt Decay. And then, yeah, that should be fine. We have a lot of ways of generating virtual card advantage, even if we don't have actual card advantage. But then when we get our accumulated knowledges in, suddenly we're actually getting cards. So in general, we have 1 4-drop. We have 8 free spells. We have 9 2-drops. We have 8 free-ish spells. We have a 4-drop, and then we have a bunch of just discard. Maybe the Memory's Journey is worth it. I always feel so greedy bringing it in when I don't know the matchup well. Memory's Journey, though, has definitely overperformed just as a thing that flashes back for cheaper than its actual mana cost is. Cool. Okay, well let's take a look at some SCG lists that did well. Oh wait, what are my planeswalker points at? Why do I have the double buys now? Okay. Where are you, SCG? Why aren't you opening? Yes, I would like to play first. Mulligan. We can keep this one, though. Because we have... Keep that. We'll put that on top. We'll just play a swamp and pass. No reason to get super hasty about things when next turn we can end up Inquisitioning, then therapying them. The correct decision is to take land grant. Without a doubt. But I suspect we'll lose land grant or brainstorm. Accumulator would be an interesting choice. I don't think it's what they're going to take, though. Yeah. Okay. Now we are in the dire straits. Oh, okay, well, never mind. I feel much better about this. Because they also have nothing. We'll get rid of the Spell Pierce when we can. No, we won't pay for the Spell Pierce. As astounding and mind-boggling as that is. Land. Ponder? We'll go with Ponder. Never mind, they have quite literally nothing. Well, I don't know if we'll win, but we'll sure as hell lose really slowly. Okay. I should have used the land grant. Or yeah, land grant. One island is all I'm asking. Just one. You know, I'll take that. I will get if they let me, I'll get the trop, And I will put the Trop in the graveyard. Just please let me get the Trop. Okay, well, never mind. Do you have win cons, my guy? Oh, no. Well, I'm not going to just drag that out forever because that's not only boring for you, but it's boring for me as well. Wowza. Thief of Sanity is not what I was expecting. I was not expecting a Thief of Sanity mid-range deck in Legacy. I know that when I was in Syracuse for the GP, I sat next to a guy, or not for the GP, for the Open. I sat next to a guy who was on depths, and he talked about how he had a mirror, and he played against bug depths, which obviously isn't technically a mirror, but that's beside the point. And his opponent ended up just beating his face in because he got out a Thief of Sanity and took the dude's Hex Mage and also a crop rotation. And so he made a Merit Lage in response to the dude swinging with Merit Lage to block the Merit Lage and win the game. And I just felt like somewhere out there, regardless of how bad a day you're having, you could be that guy. Yes. Green, black. I think just blue. Yeah, we'll just add blue. We'll Thought Scour me, and then we'll Thought Scour me. We'll name Thalia, just because Thalia is so good against us. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Okay, well, I'm okay with having to force to deal with the Plowshares. We'll have a thing in the ice. Okay, let's pitch Ponder. This deck has been surprisingly good in matchups like this, where I just thought it would be awful because of any sort of tax effects. Instead, it turned out to be just fine. Most of the time, it just meant that there was something that kept me from getting back more Phoenixes on like turn 2 or 3. Which, you know, that's cool by me. I needed a careful study would be pretty perfect. So we get to play a thing in the ice. Yeah, we'll use the blood gas ability, play a thing in the ice. Wait. Blue, black. We'll play the thing in the ice. We won't actually do anything with the thing in the ice right now, but it's nice to have it there. We're going to be flipping it next turn, and we'll also be able to get back probably both of those into play. And that's about as good as we're going to get. What 3-drops could they be on? Here's where I should probably just consult the great internet for advice on what Death and Taxes can run as 3-drops, but it's pretty much Flicker Wisps. Well, okay, Flicker Wisp would be annoying. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna pass. Can't do anything. Not, at least, in any way that's good. This next turn, though, we can get the thing potentially flipped. I don't know about it. You can't attack, and neither can I, so let's make the most of it. I think I just have to pass. I needed a cantrip there in order to be able to do anything. And unfortunately, I've used so many of them right now that I don't necessarily have the resources in order. An Entomb would be phenomenal. Ooh. Gross. So, blue... black, I guess. If he doesn't have anything, I think we may be able to get him. So, ponder. I'm gonna want to shuffle. Well, actually, hold on. No. That got kinda ridiculous. Put those into grave. We got an arc light. We swing for 10. So if we... The thing in the ice is going to be very helpful, but I don't think it's going to keep us from losing or aid us enough in winning. We need to be able to get more than one arc light on the board at once, which is pretty tough. Because that vial is just ruining us. Flicker Wisp, why are you so good? I needed one more damage. Ew. Okay, so we're going to be bringing in the Abrupt Decays and the Golgari Charm and the Ancient Grudges. You added a Chite to hand. Oh, another Swords of Plowshares. How do I don't know if it's possible for us to beat through what they have. Yep, that's some pretty good damage. Okay, just confirm that he runs the Batterskull in there. Maybe we top deck really, really hard. Like, multiple mana Morphos. That's not multiple mana Morphoses. Okay. Well, let's start sideboarding. Obviously, we need all of that. Tower is probably fine, actually, because here it gives us an out to deal with Mom before Mom gets totally out of whack. Careful Study is pretty much just putting us behind in this matchup. But it does have a little more control than Thought Scour. Sometimes it just sucks to not run as many good cards as you want. So we'll run the extra Thoughtseize and We'll submit the doc as it is. Maybe, just maybe, we'll run another league because this hasn't even taken 2 hours. And, well, I did end up driving 20 of the 54 hours on my little vacation to Syracuse. I'm a little tired, but I can play this wonderful Phoenix deck again. It's just out there. I don't have anything more eloquent to say about it. I think another piece of discarded main might help, but I'm not sure. Give me the Golgari Charm. It's my one request. I'm on 13 lands. I got to 6 that game. Such is the life of a Phoenix player. You know, I'm going to actually have the one of force. I've found that I am pretty much always okay to have one force. You know, we can keep that. If we got a land grant, we pretty much win. But I would rather... No, I'm not going to shuffle, not yet. I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra time just by keeping ponders up. So, priest, wisp, is port, Thalia, Jete. And they're not going to have the Thalia anymore. Okay. Now we have to play good old-fashioned thing in the ice. Just do next to nothings. Hello. That's really solid. If we can get that onto the board, I feel pretty great about our chances of winning. So you have port to... Yeah, that's fine. We'll add blue and black. This one is tough. If I tuck the... Yeah, I think I just put those on top. If he equips, then I brainstorm. And if I get to do that, then I think we win. Because we'll have our flipped thing and we'll have a tower online. For those of you who don't know, Sentinel Tower is a grape shot to one target. Not an actual grape shot every time. That would be really... Alright, so now is when I do that. We put the flicker, we put that back in hand. I don't know if I need those right now. I can play a Phoenix just normally and shoot him. Okay. So I blow up the Jitte. This kills the Flicker Wisp. I should have fetched last turn. Yep, you have a Containment Priest, and that is good by me. I have cantrips. Sentinel Tower. I literally never thought I would see a Sentinel Tower in Legacy. To be honest, I didn't know that it was, like, I knew it was a thing in the back of my mind, but not a part of my brain that I normally use. So run out a sword or what? Okay. Red, blue, green, blue. Then we beat in for 3. We sack the Phoenix to take the Flicker Wisp, and then we kill the Mother of Runes. That seems alright. Okay. They have a Containment Priest. That's not the most relevant thing in the world. All in all, I've been very pleased with this archetype. It's just been a lot of fun. If you have the cards, I mean, there is a strong chance you do not actually have the cards because... But why would you do that now? Okay, so he's trying to get, obviously, to Plowshares because that deals with a thing in the ice. We're gonna be cut off red or green. And it'll probably be red. If he's smart, it'll be red. But also... Oh, no, we're getting cut off green. Cool. Best case scenario. Okay. We'll get a trop. Green, blue. Trigger, we'll ping that just to start with. We'll add red and... green? So we swing in. We're 1 instant or sorcery away from this getting flipped, and then I don't know how we lose. But also, I don't know how we get to 5 lands in our 13 land deck so reliably. A therapy would also be good, because a therapy activates twice. Means we can ping a few different things and... Are there any combat tricks? I think I should just block it anyway. Oh, duh. Offer the trade. Okay, I'm a moron. Good news is, if we string cantrips together, he loses anyway. But that was a really big punt. Grab... Prelate. my guess is. Or Thalia. Prelate or Thalia. One of the two. Wow. Okay, well, I deserve to lose this one, and that tells me... Oh, Marin Crusader? Okay. That one is good by me. Alternatively, if we get 3 cantrips in a row, we win. Which I don't think is going to happen, because... Apparently we're just not going to get any cantrips. So, blue... Blue... Let's settle for an Ancient Grudge. That's going to be 5 guaranteed. So we can throw the Phoenix in front of that and the thing in front of the Mirren Crusader? Or do we just... Okay, 4... So if we don't attack, we end up guaranteeing... I think we have to attack. Then we have to block the Mirren Crusader. I'd have taken a land grant this last turn. Yeah, we're dead. Even an Inquisition would have been fine if I had played correctly. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Well, let's see. We need to get more tickets. 914. Alright. Give me a few minutes and I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll probably be back. We'll probably do another Fast League. Till then, we are going to have a little intermission. Alright, hey everybody. I am sorry, but I have to go, unfortunately. I would love to play more of this deck, as it is a blast. It is so cool. I would recommend it to anyone. I'd also recommend not getting mana screwed with your... or mana flooded with your 13-land deck, but that's just me. So, all in all, very fun deck. Against Death and Taxes and Miracles, there were punts. The Miracles one, if I had played around Surgical, if I had named Surgical first, I'm fairly confident we would have ended up winning. Against... Against Death and Taxes, that block... I blocked incorrectly on a Thing in the Ice, or with a Thing in the Ice on against a Stone Forge, and I don't think it would have mattered because we didn't draw any more instants or sorceries. So, I don't know. The deck, when it goes off, is incredibly explosive and can fight through an opponent's entire hand with little to no problems. But, on the other hand, when it isn't working well, it is working very, very poorly. So, all in all, if you have Legacy stuff, this is a deck that you should give a shot. On the other hand, if you don't have Legacy stuff, pick something a bit more reasonable. So, later this week, Richie will be streaming Vanifar Pod. Josh, I believe on Wednesday, will be streaming, or it may be tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or Wednesday. Josh will be streaming Dinosaur Stompy, because who needs Dragon Stompy anymore? We can just run... Rampaging Ferocidon? I don't know. It's a mono-red list, which makes me less of a fan of it. But, on that note, good night, everybody. Have sweet dreams. Get to sleep early. I know you'll miss me, but the sleep, you deserve it.